Beautiful children of the stars, welcome to this energy update for July 2020 and also for the rest of the summer. We've just been through a powerful solstice, the summer solstice here on this part of the planet. And solstice, winter and summer, are very powerful points where you can open portals for yourself, where you can use these energies that are so intense for transformation and change and to set yourself up for success for the next 6 months. So thank you so much for joining me here, beautiful children of the stars. As always, thank you for those who have donated, those who are booking readings with me, those who are helping to keep this channel alive. Thank you for commenting. I read every comment. I truly love you guys. You really, really motivate me. You make this a lot of fun. I just love doing what I do. Every time I meditate or get downloads, I think of you and I think, wow, now I have something new to tell all of you beautiful starseeds on this channel, right? Okay, so let's jump right in. Let's jump into it. Let me tell you what happened on the 21st of June, this summer solstice, right here, right there. So I was starting to do some shamanic meditation. Thank you, Snow White. She is a very good friend of mine, shaman, teacher, artist, and she's showing me a little bit of shamanic meditation and techniques. So I was doing my first real shamanic meditation. Okay, and this wasn't specifically for the summer solstice. It kind of just happened that way. That morning I was so excited to do the meditation, I actually kind of forgot that it was the 21st of June. So I was doing my meditation and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It was a tree meditation where I had my feet in the ground, covered with leaves and dirt, and I was starting to connect to nature. I was starting to connect to the trees, to the spirits around me. We live in a world where there's so much more than just what we can see, the 3D. And you know that. I know a lot of you are doing a lot of these practices already. But I was sitting there in meditation, starting to really connect and see things, interesting things, when I heard a noise, a rustling noise, and I opened my eyes, I looked over. And right there, I was sitting on the ground right there. Maybe 7-8 meters away was a big, magnificent stag. A young stag, like this. He seemed so big to me with beautiful antlers, half grown, about this big. He was there, he wasn't afraid, he was grazing. And I thought, wow. Then I heard another rustling noise and another rustling noise, and there were 3 stags that came to me. And I thought, wow, magic is real. Magic is real. Spirit is real. Connecting to nature can be one of the most empowering and magical things you ever do. So these 3 stags showed up. And the stag was there for a while. He looked at me and left. I continued to meditate. Then again, I opened my eyes because I felt something, and that same stag was now standing in the woods in front of me, maybe 10 meters away, standing right there in my line of vision, looking at me. He stood there and looked at me for 15 minutes. We looked at each other and we connected. The other 2 stags were around. And on that day, I received my 3 new spirit animals. That very day, I saw so many animals. Magic started to happen. And I started getting closer to spirit, closer to nature. Okay, look at this. If this is not magical, a rainbow. We're here in Cowichan Bay, and a seal made his appearance. Look at this. This is so beautiful. So magical. Oh my goodness. Can there be any more magic today? Wow, look at this. Og. Where are you? Aha! There you are. Oggy alone. This is our friend. This is our friend. Oh, oh, where is he? Oh. And so, what this was telling me, and I was meditating on this, every time now I close my eyes, those 3 stags are right there. One right there and the other 2 here. They are right there. They're with me. They're my spirit animals now. And what I received, the messages I received since then for you is the following. Firstly, deer magic is what we all need to do right now. So, deer is an animal that we can learn from. And it's like this, when animals come into your life in a specific way, over and over, or in a very specific magical portal time like that, what happened to me, it means that they're there to tell us something, okay? It means that we can learn from these animals, and when we connect, they give us messages. So what I have learned is that in the next few months, and I know this, it's like I receive messages more claircognizantly. I know things. Sometimes I have visions, but I know things. I have knowing, like boom, like a lightning bolt hit me, boom. And I've had several of these lightning bolts recently. So the first one is that you must use the magic of the stag, of the deer, to walk between worlds, all right? Now, deer is a very magical animal because it lives in the human world and it lives in nature. A deer can make itself seen or it can disappear, right? We know that sometimes in the city we have hundreds of deer living there. Where do they sleep? Why are they suddenly gone? And then sometimes they appear, especially at dusk or at nighttime they appear. In the daytime they disappear. They're there and the next second they're gone. And this is what you have to do with what's going on in the world, all right? You and me, we as spiritual seekers, as ascending souls, are walking in 2 worlds. We're walking in 3D and in 5D. And what the stag showed me is that we have to know when to appear and disappear. In the 3D reality that is very strong right now, we have to learn to be magical. We have to learn to walk in that 3D reality, just like the stag going into human habitation, into the city. We have to know when we can move amongst the 3D people, amongst the government, amongst the system, everything that we need from that 3D system. But we have to also know when to disappear, when to make ourselves unseen, and how to make ourselves not be influenced by it. So we need to know how to use 3D to our advantage, but not be under the spell, not be under the control, just like the stag. The stag comes and eats the flowers and then disappears. The stag comes and takes what it needs. The beautiful grass here. The stags they were grazing here from this beautiful grass. They went and ate some flowers in the front there. Not from my inner patio, but the flowers, some of them in the pots. They were eating them and then they disappeared. Right? So the deer knows when to appear and when to make him or herself invisible. So this is what you need to do. You need to truly think about the deer. Think about them. The deer are so beautiful. They have a big heart. They are very soft. They're very gentle. They are loved. They're seen as harmless. Who wants to harm a deer? Except maybe a hunter, okay? But generally, when you see a deer, you're like, oh, how beautiful. They're so harmless. It's okay. You can eat my flowers. It's okay. You know, you can't get mad at a deer eating your flowers. When you look into a deer's eyes, they're so beautiful. They're so gentle, so full of wonder, so full of trust. What is more beautiful than a baby deer, right? So you have to be like that deer. Or better, you have to be like the stag, appearing, moving through, I would say, the maze of 3D. But then you also have to know when to do your magic and disappear into 5D. disappear and say, no, I'm not going to give my arm for any kind of thing that they want to give me. No, I'm not going to go into the hospital and have myself be subjected to whatever they want to subject me to. No, I'm not going to move around and be susceptible to whatever illness, sickness, disease, whatever like mind control game they want to play. So, do you know what I mean? So take a little bit of this deer magic to navigate your way more and more. And as I'm always saying, your higher ascension timeline is like, it is really splitting. So you take your own ascension timeline, you concentrate. Most deer, at nighttime, they go hide in a place in the countryside. Even if it's in the city, they might go find a little hollow in a tree, in a bush, and they will be invisible. So for you, in your 5D paradise that you create, even when you're moving in a very fifth dimensional flow, being invisible, being non-catchable, being floating above all the things that are going on, floating above the dangers of 3D, floating above the viruses of 3D, you know what I mean? So you have to really establish that higher timeline of invisibility, of your own 5D flow, and flow through the 3D. And then, you know, when you go to the restaurant, when you need the 3D physical things, food, whatever it is you need, you're visible. But then you kind of, you disappear again. So that's what I was learning from the deer. Also, the stag is very powerful. The stag has horns. And when a stag is confronted, I mean, deer are very intelligent. They will run away. They're not going to do some stupid confrontation, right, where they might get hurt. But if you put a stag into a corner, then he can be very strong and powerful. Then he can go boom and headbutt you if necessary, right? So the stag is very powerful and strong as well. So take that example too. When need be, you can kind of be a little strong, be powerful, defend yourself, say no, headbutt, and leave. All right? That's another thing that we can learn from deer. Now today, as I was driving, I got another download. I got a very, very strong download. And this has to do with a powerful, I would say, masculine stag energy, the energy of the stag. Leo. I thought I heard Leo. I keep hearing a meow. He's hiding somewhere, but he's not coming out. Maybe he'll come out. Okay, so as I was driving, I actually saw in my mind the 3 deer again, the stag, one right in front of me, the stag face, and the 2 others like this, looking at me. And I received a transmission through the energy of the stag. And it was like a very powerful energy, making me feel so strong and so powerful. And the message that I received was this. And this comes from the stag creating his own path and timeline, how he needs. He creates it. He uses everything around him for his advantage, so he can survive in both worlds. So the message that I got was this, that it's time. It's really, really, really time to start to own your life. You have to start to own your life with a positive, powerful, confident force. Okay? You have to start to own your life, own your future timeline, own every decision that you make, own every choice you make. You have to start to own everything in your life, to really take a hold of it. You have to bring a little more of your soul into your body. All right? Those people who are kind of a little bit weak and they're indecisive, they don't have enough soul in their bodies. And what I feel too, have you heard of those soulless people? There's a lot of talk. There's so many theories out there. I'm going to dissect them one by one, little by little. But the theory of the soulless people, what I feel is because of what's going on, because of the spell, because of the draining, life-sucking vampiric beings out there, the Cabal, the Draconians, negative soul groups, just generally people who are very, very negative. Because of that, some souls just don't want to really be part of that incarnation anymore. I feel that there's some people who have been like so programmed from childhood, that they're just kind of going along and they're just almost zombies. And that soul that incarnated in that body is like, wow, like what kind of life is this? What kind of life is this? I don't want to be programmed. I don't want to be here anymore. So the soul starts to withdraw. The soul, the power, the personality, the true self of that person starts to withdraw a little bit more and more. And there's maybe only just a very small fraction of the soul left with a small thread. And those are the people that are kind of like robots that are just living day by day. They're programmed. They're under this mass spell. All right. And this can happen very gradually to all of us. Have you sometimes felt a little bit disconnected? Has there been times in your life, maybe really bad times where you felt very fearful, where bad things happened to you, where you kind of felt like this, and then you felt kind of very disconnected. You were almost not in your body anymore. You were like almost as though life was like a strange dream. And this is when the soul withdraws from the body and says, wow, like, no, this is too hard. This is not what I signed up for. I can't handle this. But now is a time where you need to bring your soul back into your body. Bring your soul back into your body. Call it back in, right? We are here to change the world. We are here to facilitate ascension. We are part of the masses. Every person is one part of the masses. So we starseeds, we light workers are here to make a change and to have the percentage of the masses that is awakening and that is going into 5D get bigger and bigger and bigger, because we're part of that, right? So don't withdraw. Don't withdraw. Don't say, oh no, I didn't want this. I always say it, you chose this incarnation. You in the exact body, in the exact place that you are in, it's perfect because you chose this. For the growth of your soul, for the purpose of experiencing life, for the purpose of helping humanity, whatever purpose it is, it's a little bit of everything. You chose this. So why don't you just get back into your body, damn it? Like, come on, come in your body. I feel that my soul is in my body, full force, max force. That's what I feel so strong. That's why you say, oh, I like your energy. Most of the comments are, Natasha, you have amazing energy. Why is that? Because my soul is full force in my body. It's like, I'm here. I'm right here. I'm grounded. I'm on earth. I'm in my body. And you need to be grounded to ascend. So every single one of you can have the same energy, even more energy. Those YouTubers that you love, that have so much power and energy, their soul is in their body, full force. Right? Uninhibited. That's what we have to do. And that's what you have to do. Be in your body. And we learned this from the animals. The animals are fully in their body. They're not escaping. Those stags, the magnificence of animals that you see. Why? Because their soul is fully in their body. They're accepting, they're enjoying, they're embodying their incarnation. And the stags that I saw, they are so magnificent. They're just living their divine, magnificent perfection, how they are, right? As a stag, with the horns, with the eyes, with their energy field, with their presence. And we can learn from that. We need to do that. So come back into your body. Say, okay, no. This is not a dream. This is, I'm here. I'm here. Full force. Wow. Bird of prey right there. Thank you. Full force. I'm here full force. 3D, 5D, doesn't matter. I'm full force in my body, merged. This is an incarnation, my dear friends. You're not just a soul floating around. Before life and after life you can do that, but right now you have the extreme privilege to be a magnificent being, a physical being, and you are. So come back into your body. That's what you need to do in the next few months, to fearlessly and confidently, like I said, take charge of your life and of your timeline. Now, how can you do this? Now, this is another tip. Very, very important. And I got this download already a few months ago, and it came back today. And this is what you need to do. When you are making choices for yourself, all right? Sometimes we think, is it the right choice? What should I do? This or this or this. You're trying to make choices. You think maybe this is wrong, maybe this is right. What should I do? Most clients come to me saying, can my spirit guides tell me what to do? Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do, right? But this is not very empowering. This is not empowering. You can't wait for someone else to tell you what to do. Not even political leaders. I know a lot of you are saying, wow, this political leader must win the election or else we are doomed. No. That's wrong. You, as a powerful creator, can create your highest timeline no matter who is in power. Even if the worst politicians that you hate or that are cabal members win any election, it doesn't matter. Because you are the powerful creator of your timeline, and you shouldn't hang on or high hopes, or really look up to any leader to create your reality. That's a mistake. That's a big mistake. You are your own leader. You have to look to yourself, not to any guru or politician to bail you out. No, because that's not the point of ascending to 5D. In the fifth dimension, there's not going to be a government like today. There's not going to be a leader. We will save you. Like the leader saying, I will save you all and tell you what to do and build your economy. In 5D, each person is responsible for their own life. They know what's right and what's wrong. They bail themselves out. They create their own life. And you can do that now. I know it looks a bit difficult, but I'm just saying, take charge, own your own life, your own timeline, your own now. And now, this is the technique. Sorry, I keep going off on little rants and things like that. This is the technique. Whatever the choice is, right? Whatever choice you're making, of course, right? Ask for guidance. Give me guidance, give me signs. What should I do? I have choice A and choice B. First of all, you got to kind of know what you want, right? So if you don't know what you want, ask for guidance. Help me find what I truly want, right? So when you kind of know what you want, you look around, you ask your heart, and you make a choice. And you make that choice confidently, no matter what choice it is. If you think, oh, maybe I should have done this. No. You say, I'm going to make that choice. I'm going down that path. And then that choice is going to work for me. And every single person involved is going to work for me. And the reality in that choice is going to mold to my success. And that's what I've decided to do. Right now, I have to fly to Germany to rescue my mom. She got stuck there. I got stuck here. I'm going to fly in. I'm going to get her. I'm going to bring her back to Canada. Right? And for me, it was the first moment was like, oh no, how am I going to do this? Are they going to close the borders? Is she going to be allowed? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, wait. My heart tells me this is what I must do. This is my choice. I'm divinely guided to do this, and this is going to work for me. So what I'm doing, I'm looking at flights. My team is there helping me, obviously, but I know that I will see in a fluid way, the right things will pop up, right? The airline, the tickets, the internet, people. I'm very, very, very open. I'm just kind of very focused on this is what I must do. And then I'm going to just go boom, 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 make the choices, book the ticket, do this, call that person. And whatever I do is going to work for me. No matter what. There can be no mistakes because I'm creating my timeline, I'm making my choice, and that choice will expand into the perfect setting for me. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand? This is really, really, really important. So it's not like, oh, I should have chosen that. Maybe it was wrong. No. You are guided. You feel good about a choice. Even if you're not quite sure, this one or this one or this one, but it doesn't matter because each choice that seems kind of good, which you make, will lead you to the result. Even if you make a choice and it kind of looks bad and maybe there's wrong people in there, But then you say, because I made it, I'm creating my path to success. And these people that are wrong will leave. And if there's a storm, the storm will bypass me. And if the plane is defect, then I'm going to be put on another plane. You see what I mean? And if the regulations seem bad, they're going to do an exception for me. So, you have to own each choice. That's what I mean. You have to own your timeline. You have to own your now. In the next 2 months, you got to practice this. So wherever you're going, this is what you do. I'm going to the supermarket. Oh, should I go now? Oh, maybe I have to wear a mask. Maybe I'll someone will bully me. No, you say, I'm going to the supermarket. I'm flowing along on my day. Now is the right time. I feel it. I get in the car. I go to the supermarket. And that trip turns out to be the most flowing, beautiful, wonderful, exciting, positive experience for me. And this is what happens to me every single day. I go to the supermarket. Every single object I need, I find. They're all on sale. The nicest salesperson's there. There are people who start talking to me and giving me an idea. In the supplement section, there's the perfect person pointing me to the perfect supplement. I see something that I need. I drive. I get the best traffic. You see, that's what I mean. Own your choice. And when you make a choice for you, there has to be no other option but perfect divine flow in your choice, right? No other option. There can be no option but perfect divine flow. Do you understand this? This is what you must do. The choice I'm making now is that choice that is bringing me the divine flow and the result that I need in divine perfection. Lightcode activation. For you to own every choice. For you to start owning your life. For you to target what it is that you want. This is your target. And every single step you take will lead you towards that target. Every person you meet will help you towards that goal. Every single choice you make, you're owning it. You're owning it and there's no other option. Stag energy. I'm sharing my stag spirit guides with you. You can now ask for the stag to come to you. You can have that stag spirit guide at your side. And you can do a little bit of deer magic too. Call in the stag. Ask the stag to show you the way, to tell you, to give you downloads, to give you light codes, to give you insights. I ask for the stag magic to be transmitted to you. I ask for future timeline power magic to be transmitted to you. I ask those light codes of confidence, of success, of safety, of inner power, inner strength to be transmitted to you. I ask to help to pull your soul back into your body 100%. All the way back into your body, full force. Bird of prey. Thank you. Namaste.